So welcome back traders to another exciting live stream. If you are just joining us, a new viewer, click on the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let's jump right into the analysis. We are going to be starting the analysis as usual from gold downward to Bitcoin, pound JPY, US oil, and other top major currency pairs. So if you have any question, drop it down in the live chat. And if there's any pair you want me to analyze, drop in the live chat. I'll see what I can do. So let's get on with the analysis. We are currently on gold. Remember, we always start our analysis from the 4-hour time frame because that's where you get the accurate information. So this was the level that we marked yesterday. We marked out this level yesterday. This was our support. So but after the break of this level by this candle, this becomes our retest level. We expect price to pull back to retest this level before finally going down, because the overall trend is down, price is bearish. But price did not do that. We noticed that price created a level here. Let's isolate that level so that you guys will understand it clearly. Price created a level here. Price has been at this level twice and keep respecting that level. So this becomes the level we are going to be working with. So let's scale down to the 1 hour so that you guys will see the behavior of candles around that level. So the 1 hour is for the behavior. You can see price keeps respecting this level. Price is not breaking below. So if you are not currently in the sell, you should either there's two ways you can trade this. You can either wait for price to pull back again to the level before looking for selling opportunity and place your stop loss above for a continuation down, or we are going to also isolate the last level. Let's scale up back to the 4 hour. Remember, we use the higher time frame to mark out our key levels. So this is the level we are going to, sorry about the noise, this is the level we are going to be working with. Let me remove this level so that our chart will look more pronounced and clear. You don't want to overcomplicate your chart. So if we mark out this as our support and this as our resistance, what do we see? The market is consolidating. The market is moving sideways. So let's scale down and plot out the level we are going to be working with. You can see price is tapping the support and resistance level. So the way to trade this is to wait for a clean break either above or below the level. We need a strong 1 hour candle close below the level, and we'll look for the retest of that level before getting into a continuation. I'm not going to be trading the range. I want a clean break either above or below to take a trade on gold. So this is how your trade should look like. You should wait for a clean break below, wait for a 1 hour candle to close below the level before you look for selling opportunity. Same thing applies here. You want price to either break below or break above. Want the 1 hour candle close, pull back to retest that level before finally a continuation up. Remember, it's a probability game. Nothing is certain in Forex. All we are doing is maximizing our risks, and we are minimizing our risks and maximizing our rewards. So that's all we are doing. So this is how your trade should look like. So these are two scenarios that may eventually play out. It's an eventuality. Price can either break below, come back for a retest, and this is where you sell the market for a continuation back down, or price might break above, come pull back for a retest before a continuation up. So this is what we are waiting for. One of these two scenarios will play out on gold eventually. So as I said, if you have any question, drop it in the comment section below and I'll respond to you. And if there's any pair you want me to analyze, drop the pair in the live chat and I will see what I can do about that. So this is what we expect from gold. So let's check on Bitcoin USD. We'll still come back to gold. Let's see what Bitcoin USD is doing. Remember, you always want to start your analysis from the higher time frame. So we're on the 4 hour still. So the first thing is to mark out your levels. We identify a level here. Price have been at this level for a very long time. These are 4 hour candles, and as you can see, whenever price gets to this level, price reacted. There's a reaction there. It's a reaction, there's a reaction. Whenever price comes to that level, price rally back up. Price came back, price rally back up. So this is a strong support level in the market. Buyers and buy orders are sitting around this level. So once price trigger those buy order and push the price back up. So this is a strong support level. All you need to do, this is a simple analysis, is to wait for price to pull back again to the level so that you can take your buys here. Stop loss below the level. You can see you have a more smaller and safer stop loss placement for a continuation up. So let's scale on to the 1 hour and see the behavior of candles around that level. Let's scale down. So we're using the 1 hour to see the behavior of candles around those levels. So this is how your trade should look like. One price pull back deep into the level for a retest, and that's the only time you take the trades for a continuation back up. We are taking the trade as a reversal. So this is how your trade setup should look like. Stop loss in a safe position below the level, below the key level, below the support level. So you can see it's a simple analysis. So wait for the pullback to happen before taking the buys, and stop loss here for a continuation up. So let's go back to gold and see what gold is doing right now. So gold hasn't broken any of the level yet. You see, expect price to break below, come back for a retest, and that's the only time we'll take the sell. So we'll still play the waiting game. Patience is king in trading, so you need patience. Wait for price to do what you want to do, but the important thing is to plan your trades and wait for your trades to play out. Don't get impulsive in the market. When you come to your chart, mark your key levels, identify where and what type of trades you want to be taking, and plan your trades. Wait for it to play out. If it plays out, you are laughing all the way to the bank. If it doesn't, you look for another opportunity. That's how professional traders trade. They don't chase the market, they wait for the market to come to them. So let's check on pound JPY. Great Britain pound. Always want to start your analysis from the higher. So this is a strong resistance level. Let's label that so that you guys will remember. This is our resistance level. So we are also going to mark out our supports. We use the same principle on how we mark out our supports. Remember, traders, it's an area, it's not a single line, it's an area. But we want to account for as many weak rejection as possible. We want to account for as many weak rejection. Price have been at this level and price keeps respecting it. It's an area, it's not a single line. So you can see the market is moving sideways. The market is not breaking below or above. So you know how to trade the range. You either sell at the resistance or buy at the support level if the market is ranging. So this is how your chart should look like. So let's label our support. This becomes our support level in the market. Support level. All right. Support level. So the market is ranging. Wait for price to get back to the support before looking for buys, or wait for price to come back to the resistance to look for sells. So this is a clean analysis. That's what we are looking for on pound JPY. So let's check on Euro USD. Euro USD. So I said, if you are just joining us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. This is where we drop daily, we make daily analysis on pound JPY, US oil, gold, and other top major currency pairs. You don't want to miss any of this. There's a lot to be learned here. There's a lot of value, and it's all for free. Just subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so that whenever we are starting this analysis, you get notified on that. And if you want to be part of our VIP trading signal group, where we drop daily high probability trading opportunity on these pairs, and you get to chat with other top traders worldwide, you get to rock mine with other traders globally. Check out the video description, chat us up, you get added to the group, but it's a paid membership group. So let's continue our analysis. We are currently on Euro USD. We are on the 4-hour time frame. So the first thing you want to do is to identify where the market is going. So I will ask you traders, what do you think is the trend, overall trend of the market now? So if you said down, you are correct, because price is making lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower highs. So this is the structure that is formed when the price is trending down. The lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high structure. So we are going to mark out our trend line. This is a clean trend down, so we are going to mark out our trend line. As long as price is trading below the trend line, we are good for sales. You can see whenever price comes close to the trend line, price rally back down. So this is a clean trend down, so we are only looking for selling opportunities. This is how you need to be trading. Once you come to your charts, identify where the market is going, what's the trend of the market. Once you identify that, the next thing is to mark out your key levels, either the support or the resistance or retest level, where you expect price to pull back to before looking for tradable opportunities. So on this, all we are waiting for is for price to come back close to the trend line, and once price pull back close to the trend line, I will start identifying weak rejection through scaling down technique, either to the 1 hour, to see the behavior of candles around that level. You can see when price come close to the trend line, price turn bearish again. When price pull back, price turn bearish. So this is what we'll identify as the trend line strategy. Once price pull back, you take the sell, place your stop loss. Make sure your stop loss is always above the trend line, because the logic behind it is, if price is going to keep respecting the trend line, then the trend is still down, there's no point for price to break above. So let me mark out those levels so that it should be more clearer for you. This is what we are waiting for price to pull back. We are waiting for price to pull back to some of this level, and that's where we'll take the trade. Your stop loss must be above the trend line. Your stop loss, don't try to cheat the market, just make sure your stop loss is above the trend line, somewhere at this level. Don't place your stop loss below this level, because price is still expected to come close to the trend line. So if you place your stop loss above this level I've marked, you might get wicked out before price go in your direction. So always make sure your stop loss is above the trend line. So I think that's the analysis for Euro USD. Let's check on US oil. Now let's go back to gold and see what gold is doing. We'll still come back to US oil. So gold is doing exactly what we said. We want price to clearly break below the level. Once we have a strong 1 hour candle close below the level, we'll wait for the retest to happen, and that's the only time we'll take the sell for a continuation back down. But if you're a breakout trader, if you can, maybe you set your sell order around the level, you are already triggered into the trade, and you just make sure your stop loss is above the level. But I want a strong break. I want the candle to close first before looking for the retest and a continuation down. I am a break and retest trader. That's what I'm comfortable with. I'm not a breakout trader. If you're a breakout trader, you're already triggered into the market, it's still good, but just make sure your stop loss is above. So that's one of the important lessons. Just let it be part of your trading rules. What setups are you taking? What are you comfortable with? Just write it down as part of your rule. What are you comfortable with? What are the confirmation? What type of trades? Are you a breakout trader, a break and retest, a scalper? You need to define what type of trader you are. Don't just trade everything. Define what you are comfortable taking and stick to it. So that's what we are doing. So as I said, if you have any question, drop in the live chat. I'll respond to you. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, drop in the live chat. I will analyze it for you immediately.
Can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Got it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it starve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring one time.
So let's go back and analyze gold, US oil, sorry. Let's analyze US oil. I think this is the last pair we are going to be analyzing. You always want to start your analysis using the higher time frame. So this is our trade setup of yesterday, and unfortunately we got stopped out by this candle. Price actually broke above. Let me use this. Price actually broke above the level by this candle. After the break, we expect price to pull back. This bearish candle is supposed to be the pullback, and we'll go into the buy here. Unfortunately, price keeps pulling back down and stopped us out, so we lost this trade. But as you can see, it happens in the market. You are not going to win all of your trade. Not going to win all of your trades, but as long as you are following your trading plan and doing the right things, in the long run you are going to be profitable. Remember, the idea is it's a probability game. The idea is when you win, your winnings cover your losses. That's why your risk to reward is very important. You have to stick to a consistent risk to reward, so that your winnings will cover your losses and you'll still be profitable in the market. It's not about not losing, it's about your following your trading plan and being consistent. So we lost the trade, but we were right, but we still lost the trade. It happens. So if you are planning on taking the trade, if you are planning on trading US oil, we are going to first mark out some of this level which price created. So this becomes our retest level in the market. So all we are waiting for again is for a pullback. Remember, you don't want to enter the market in a push phase. You need price to pull back before getting into the trade. As I always tell you guys, on each of these trades, the market is always in one of these phases. We have the push phase, the pullback. This becomes the pullback before an overall continuation up. If the market is trending up, this is the structure that is always formed. You have the push phase, pullback, continuation. You don't want to enter your buys here or here. This is where you need to enter your buys after the pullback have happened or the exhaustion. That's where you need to be taking your buys. This is the best place because you have a more smaller and safer stop loss placement below the level. This is the best place to take your buys if the market is trending up, which is this level. This was a push phase. We expect price to pull back or exhaust back to this level, and this is where we'll be taking the buy, stop loss below for a continuation up, because that's how you need to be trading if you want to be profitable in the market. Don't be impulsive and let your emotion rule you. You need to discipline your emotion and stick to your plan. So this is how your trade on US oil setup should look like if you are planning on trading US oil. So I think that's the analysis for today. As I said, if you want to be part of our VIP trading signal group, I will drop daily high probability trading signal on gold, Bitcoin USD, Pound JPY, US oil, and other top major currency pairs. Check out the video description. There's a WhatsApp and a Telegram link. Click on the link, you get added to the group. It's a paid membership group, but there's a lot of value to be gained. So if you missed out on the live stream, you can still play the video back after I end it. You see how we analyze all the pairs. And thank you guys. See you guys next time.